Excited about the start of summer from Sandhill Crane Vineyards, Holly Peterson. Hi, Holly.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
And everyone at home, they're saying, Bart, that's Holly Balansig. Yes.
I'm sure they're all saying
yes, Holly got married, and so Holly, now Holly Peterson. But yeah, you are excited about summer.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
We have a lot going on.
It's your busy season, clearly.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's when I find myself there quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today we're going to kind of give you some things to do, some assignments for the month of June and all summer long.
Yes.
So wine, that's your trade.
Thing.
So you got some new wine.
Yeah. In the month of May, we released a wine every weekend. And this was this was the one for last weekend. We've had Blushing Crane before, but this is the new vintage and a new label even.
Wow, the label.
Isn't that stunning?
You guys have won awards for your labels.
Yeah, my daughter designs them actually.
They're awesome. And it's a whole industry. Mm-hmm. And of course, you've won many awards for what's in the bottles. That's a great shot.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
Yep, the Sandhill Crane.
And those are all the releases for May. Acoustic, Pinot Blanc, Seyval Blanc, and Blushing Crane. So we did one every weekend. Made a big party out of it, of course, like we do.
And there's all summer wines.
Yeah, and Solstice is going to be released in June. We have our summer solstice party. And the new vintage will be released. And that's a very summery wine. It's a semi-sweet white blend, super fruity.
Mm-hmm. And these, would you say these wines would be good for sangria?
Yes, absolutely. And we make sangrias at the winery. So every month we have a different one.
You have made sangrias popular in Jackson. Yeah, everyone's doing them now. And all started, I think, at Sandhill Crane.
Yeah, we're going to have a solstice peach sangria, I believe, for June.
Oh, wow. That sounds great.
Our beautiful sunsets. We have late night music every Friday night, and if you stay through the music, you can see the sunset. Unless it's raining, it's gorgeous.
What a great, it's just a beautiful spot.
Yeah, we have new seating as well, those tabletops there. We built those to go on barrels, so I retired a few barrels and we made some tabletops. So they're big enough, 4 to 6 people can sit around them, can put their charcuterie boards on them and their wine, and we have just a lot more seating because that's what people like to sit outside there.
They do, and I'm glad you did that because we've got that huge porch, but when it's fall now you've got.
Now we can spread out a little bit. Yeah. Late night music schedule for the month. All amazing musicians. And this Sunday we have Will Cyprian. We have a little jazz day on Sunday. So if you can't make it to our late night Fridays, you can come and see him. He's a really good saxophone player.
Yes, I know of him. I don't think I've heard him, but maybe I'll come out.
Yeah, you should. And our new artist, beautiful work. She's done, some of her artwork was actually done in the vineyard, looking out at the various scenes in the vineyard and other locations. But she has a really beautiful vineyard painting right in our tasting room behind the bar there.
I love that right there.
I know, isn't that gorgeous?
And Sharon, she's been on our show, and she has.
Oh, okay.
Actually, there's work of hers in this building.
Oh, okay. I've never met her. I met her yesterday.
Oh,
she's putting her work up.
Many years she's been, one of Jackson's top artists.
Yeah, and of course we always have our Father's Day event, and we have Steve and Brian Tucker doing the music for this one.
You know, Steve Tucker called me this morning, and I bet he was calling to tell me to come to Sandhill Crane Vineyards on Father's Day.
Yes.
And what an appropriate act for Father's Day.
Father and son.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our solstice party. And we have Vic, Jamie, and Zoe, who are local musicians. I'm sure you probably know them as well.
Vic was very busy last week with the Center Stage Jackson.
And this is a big deal here. Our Summer Art and Music Festival, first one that we're ever doing. June 24th, we're going to have, I think 11 musicians and 20 or more artists, and it's going to run from 11 to 9. And we're going to have music going all day long, and our artists set up behind the winery. Food in the cafe, wine everywhere. It's going to be a really fun day.
I have a prediction for you. You are going to be amazed at the turnout.
I hope so. I hope so. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be great. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day.
It's what people love to do on a summer day.
Drink wine, beer or cider, because we have all of those.
That's right.
Look at art.
You make your own beer now?
Yeah, we make our own beer. We make our own cider. We have an apple cider and a raspberry cider.
Mm.
So we have a lot of options.
So what was the, for the growing season last year and your harvest, how was that for the
Harvest
winery?
last year was pretty good. We did well. This spring has been a little tricky because we had that really warm spell in April, and then we had frost warnings in May, which is not good, and our apples suffered from that because that our grapes are looking fine at this point, but we lost most of our apples.
Really? Oh, no.
It just depends on when the buds come out, because as soon as they start flowering or budding, if you get a frost then, that's what does it.
Yeah, and apples are one of the most fragile fruits.
Yeah. So.
Do people come up with ideas for you for wines, for ingredients, or for wines used in recipes?
Yeah, they do. I mean, people are always saying, why don't you try this or that? And we have over 30 wines on the menu right now, so I'm trying not to make too much more. But I love new ideas. And Michigan's full of great fruit, so you can't go wrong. We use all Michigan fruit. So.
Do you have to, in order to make room for a new wine, do you have to ever retire a wine?
Sometimes we do. Sometimes I'll look at the ones that are not quite as popular, or maybe we can't get that grape as much anymore or something like that, and then it's time to retire.
Let's talk about the cafe. What kinds of things do you feature? Like the sangria, you made the charcuterie board popular in Jackson.
We started that a few years ago, and we've revamped the cafe a little bit over time. We scaled way back during COVID like everybody did, but now we're coming out with a lot more things. So we have sandwiches and salads, and usually a special every weekend, sometimes a dessert special, and of course the charcuterie boards, which are my favorite. So, and cheese plates and a couple other appetizers.
Well, they're perfect with wine and...
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do is everything has a wine pairing suggestion. They all go hand in hand. So we even have staff meetings. We'll try the wine and we'll try the food and we'll decide what works.
There will be a number of special events, in addition to the ones we talked about this summer, including the Peddlin' Wine.
Yep.
That is growing in popularity every year.
Yes, that's a great event. Yeah. And we have Running Through the Vines, which is also in August, with the next weekend before Peddlin' Wine, I think, or after Peddlin' Wine, and that's a big running event. We have our Wine and Wool in July, Jazz and Mead Festival in July as well.
One of the funniest things I ever saw at the Peddlin' Wine was one of the first years of the event, and there was this group of people, 4 people. They were over from the west side of the state, I think Kalamazoo, and they got there early. They took their bikes off the car, got all kitted up, went in to the winery, and about 6 hours later, they left the winery, put the bikes back up on the car. They never went on the ride.
They were having too much fun at the winery, right?
That was it. I mean, they were just having a blast. They had a
great.
Yeah, they had a great day, and they didn't regret not settling up.
Sure.
They had a wonderful time inside.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate all the things you bring to the community, all the visitors you bring.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Bart.
From Sandhill Crane Vineyards, Vintner, Holly Peterson.